Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha. First and foremost, as always, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Call Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do rule well and that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect, Kwam Yasha and Abad Babal. And yeah, man, so I just want to share this headline, and the link will be in the description. And I also have a 1-minute video to play. It says U.S. test nuclear capable ICBM. The Pentagon insists the Minuteman 3 is not a response to current world events, and I don't believe that to be true, because ever since President Donald Trump came into office, all he's been doing is responding to his enemies and to these other nations. That's why he started signing off on all these executive orders, creating trade wars among these other nations. And yeah, man, just disrespecting NATO and the EU. All right, undermining the EU. So yeah, I find this not to be true. This is a response to current world events. But you know, these people are liars. Hey, man. Thermonuclear destruction and ICBMs are written in the scriptures. It's written in code. And the Lord has to be dealing with you. He has to open up your mind to get that understanding, to figure it out. And for the most part, a majority of people, they don't understand that this is written in the Bible. Right, but this is a major prophecy, and it's going to happen real soon. And it's not going to be pretty. You know, this is not going to be a Pixar film. All the tests and simulations that they're doing now will not compare to the actual destruction when it takes place. It's not going to be pretty, right? So hey, once these are shot off, that's it. And it shows you that the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, because ultimately, you know, these leaders that have control over the ICBMs, they don't really want to shoot them off, right? They don't. Nobody wants to go live in a bunker underground for decades upon decades when these are shot off. Who wants to live like that? But the Lord is going to put the spirit on them to fight against each other and to shoot their missiles at one another. So hey, man, it's all up to Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. This is prophecy. Matter of fact, let me get that. This is Proverbs 21. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. Yeah, that's true. Every man wants to do his own thing, and he's persuading his own fleshy mind that his way is right. So, you know, for example, you know, you could go to bed having plans for the next day, and then when you wake up the next day, your whole schedule changes. You're doing something completely different. Hey, and that's going to be the case with these different leaders, man. You know, today, right now, in this present time that we're living in, right now, they're thinking that, hey, man, I'm not going to shoot off them missiles. Hey, I'm in power right now, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to not shoot them missiles off, because that will destroy the world. Hey, man, the next day, it could play out differently. And that shows you that everything is up to Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. It's through His will. And it's gonna happen, man. The Lord is gonna cause them to fight against each other. So hey, these are very serious times that we're living in, and nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. That's why the scripture says, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh. Right. Yeah, that's what happens. I believe that's in the book of Thessalonians. You know, I roughly paraphrase it though. When they say peace and safety, then come a sudden destruction, and boom, that's going to be your ass, man. So yeah, so it says the U.S. military, has test fired an unarmed Minuteman 3 intercontinental ballistic missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads in what it described as a routine check. The test was the first of its kind under the administration of President Donald Trump. According to the U.S. Air Force, the missile was launched from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California on Wednesday. Officials said the launch was intended to demonstrate that the United States nuclear deterrent remains safe, secure, reliable, and effective in deterring 21st century threats and reassuring allies. The Air Force has also said the launch is not a response to current world events, noting that the U.S. has conducted over 300 similar tests in the past. So let's play this clip.
Air Force Global Strike Command Airmen conducted an operational test launch of an unarmed Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile from Vandenberg Space Force Base, February 19th, to demonstrate the readiness of the U.S.
Hey, and you see this is found in the book of Job. You know, it talks about the silos, talks about the iron weapon. This is Job chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Being who? Esau, Edom. You know, starting with America. You know, I'm thinking about Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. The beast, the 10 horns that are going to hate the whore and then turn against her and burn her with fire. Anyways, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. That's right. And you know, he's about to fulfill his New World Order. Everything is going according to plan. And then boom, that's when the Lord takes him down, man. When he has eaten, enjoying the fruits of his labor. Verse 24, it says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. That iron weapon is talking about the ICBM. And we're looking at a test. You know, this is going to be one of the many million of ICBMs that are going to bombard America. And you're seeing it being tested right here, being shot out that silo. Dangerous, man. Dangerous. So, it says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. See, that's talking about that silo. Right here, let's see it.
And 3 Global Strike Command Airmen conducted an operational test launch of an...
See it coming out there? That's that silo. Going into that gall. Salakia, yeah, going into that gall. So you're seeing it.
An unarmed Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile from Vandenberg Space Force Base, February 19th, to
boom, comes right out, man. And that's in the scriptures, man. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. That's right, it cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword. And that's how it looks. You're about to see it. It looks like a glittering sword flying through the sky. Because it's being propelled by the rocket. Cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. There you go. There you go. Now let's play the clip.
Demonstrate the readiness of the U.S. nuclear forces and provide confidence in the lethality and effectiveness of our nation's nuclear deterrent. Today's test launch used a randomly selected intercontinental ballistic missile pulled from F.E. Warren Air Force Base, Wyoming. The missile was transported more than 1,300 miles.
See, that's what it meant by glittering sword. It looks like it's glittering, doesn't it?
And reassembled at Vandenberg Space Force Base, California. The ICBM was equipped with a single telemetered joint test assembly re-entry vehicle and traveled approximately 4,200 miles at a speed of more than 15,000 miles per hour to a test range near the Kwajalein Atoll in the Marshall Islands. The ICBM Test and Evaluation Program helps validate the reliability the nuclear umbrella our allies and partners rely on, eliminating the need to obtain their own nuclear weapons to counter potential adversaries. The 50-year-old Minuteman III is based in Colorado, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, and Wyoming, and will be replaced by the LGM-35A Sentinel. Reporting from Vandenberg Space Force Base, I am Staff Sergeant Joshua Leroy.
All right, Sergeant. There you go, man. I got one precept here. It says, and the devil, Revelation 20 and 10, and the devil that deceived them cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Beautiful. Yeah, man. And that devil that deceived is starting with Esau, Edom. Because when you read up, it talks about how he was loose for a period of time to deceive the whole earth and the nations, right? So yeah, and that cast into that lake of fire and brimstone is going into thermonuclear destruction, because that's what it's going to create. It's going to create a literal lake of fire, pursuing to Revelation 15 and 2 on down, going into the sea of glass mingled with fire. Talking about a sea. Everything's going to be burnt up. Where the beast and the false prophet, that's right, the beast is going into NATO and the EU. Right? That's the beast. So that's composed of all these different nations that are part of NATO and the EU. And that starts with America. And the false prophet going into the Roman Catholic Church. Starting with the Pope. Right, which right now he doesn't look like he's going to live too long. He's 88 years old. And he has lung cancer, I believe. Yeah. Problems with his lungs. That guy's a damn demon, man. That Pope. And shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. That's right. And that's going to be a serious destruction. You will be destroyed by ICBM missiles for a very long time. It's going to be a long burning, man. Isn't that what the scriptures say? Let's get that. Let's get Isaiah 9 and 5. Isaiah 9 and 5. What does it say? For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right. So yeah, man. That's how they fought war back then. The warriors came to the battlefield and they fought each other head on. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Yeah, so now people are just going to shoot missiles off by pressing a button or turning a key. So fuel and fire. Hey, that's what's propelling the ICBM, right? That fuel. So hey, this is going to burn shit up. It's going to burn a whole continent, man. That's what it's capable of. A whole landmass, right? That's crazy. That is crazy. I believe that's written in the book of Joel. They shall not miss their mark. I believe miss their mark. That's what it talks about. Anyways, let's go back here. That's all I really wanted. Going into that destruction. Let's go back to Job. Job chapter 20 verse 26. All darkness shall be hidden in secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. And that starts with his men too. A tabernacle starts with your men. So all the wicked men, the wicked Edomites, you wicked elites, you're going to be destroyed, men. Places are going to be destroyed. Everything's going to be consumed. Everything that you've built up. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. True. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. So the Lord set this up. He set you up to be punished, pursuant to Romans the 9th chapter. Because you're that vessel of wrath fitted for destruction. This is the portion of a wicked man, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. Don't you ever forget it. So Esau, you're set up to be destroyed, man. You're set up to be destroyed. Romans 9 and 22. Let's get that. So this is Romans chapter 9 verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Beautiful. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. You see that? You can, let me just read up, just so you get a better idea. Verse 20 says, Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High, shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, Why hast thou made me thus? That's right. So this is the creation telling the Creator what to do. Why did you make me this way? No. The Creator made you, the creation, for his pleasure. He can do whatever the hell he wants to you. Verse 21, Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Who are the vessels of honor? Going back to you Israelites, because why? You come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and you were the chosen, and you were given the law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord knows you out of all the families on the earth, so he's dealing with you. You're that vessel of honor, and another unto dishonor. Who are the vessels of dishonor? Esau, Edom, the sons of the wicked, and you other nations on down, but starting with the sons of the wicked, okay? Verse 22, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? And that's it, you're fit for destruction. It's perfect. You're perfectly set up to be destroyed. Man, look at your blessing, Esau. Your blessing is a sword. And that's also your curse too. You're set up to be a vain and carnal man. And you're set up to live by killing people. That's why it says, he that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And that's how you live, man. That's how you live. So that's why you're fit for destruction, man. Anyway, verse 23, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy. Yeah, the vessels of mercy going into you Israelites. Once again, you're going to inherit all things under Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. You're a joint heir under Yahushai. Right? You can go read Romans the 8th chapter as well. You're a joint heir. Daniel 7:18, the saints of the Most High will take the kingdom. Had afore prepared unto glory, yeah, for in my Father's house are many mansions, and Yahushai also said, roughly paraphrasing, I go to prepare a place for you. It's talking about the kingdom, man. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I wanted to bring out. You know what? Let me jump down all the way to verse 14 here. This is Revelation 20 and 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. That's right. You know, book of life is talking about the elect being delivered. So, you know, if you're not found written in the book, if you're not chosen, pretty much, you're going to be cast in that lake of fire. But yeah, the lake of fire is going into thermonuclear destruction. So this cuts what hell is, because this is talking about a condition that's going to play out on the planet Earth. This is not talking about the spiritual underworld, hell, or Hades. It's not what this is talking about. This is talking about a condition. This is the second death, okay? And you know what the first death is. When you go into the first death is found in the book of Genesis, going into the flood. So this is the second death. So you're going to get a flood of fire this time. So this is talking about a condition that's going to play out on the earth. Didn't the first death play out on the earth with Noah and his family being on the ark and watching man get destroyed and drowned to death? So this is going to play out a second time, man, with fire. Don't get it twisted, man. This is something that's going to manifest on the earth, and that's why I'm playing this video, because this is going to cause the lake of fire. All right, so here we go. This is see what I have here. That's okay. We can get that later. You know, I'll read this now. This is Revelation chapter 15, verse 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. Yeah, going into destruction. You're going to be seeing that ozone layer being burnt up. Because all these different nations are going to start shooting off their ICBMs. Crazy as fuck, man. This is one of the many million that are going to be shot off. Right? And you have these nations out here, strong nations and weak nations, that have nuclear capabilities, man. They're going to use them, I'm telling you. They're going to use them. Alright, they're going to use them. So it says, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. Yeah, gotten victory over NATO and the EU, this man's system. Didn't take the MOTB, the chip. And over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name. Stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. You know what it means by standing on the sea of glass? They're going to be looking down at the destruction. Yeah. It's going to be beautiful. That's going to be a light show, fireworks. And rightfully so, because that's one of the Lord's aliases, man. He is the Father of lights. You know, the light really represents the truth. Hey, but the Lord, he likes a good show too. He can make fireworks happen. This is going to be a display of fireworks, man. Beautiful. Yo, the Lord's dangerous, man. Isn't he theatrical? The Lord is theatrical. He likes a good show. You see that? Let's get that. I think this is Revelation 9. It says the Lamb and the angels are going to watch the destruction play out too. Alright, here we go. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 10. The same shall drink the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Yeah, so there's going to be an audience. You know, that audience is going to be the Lamb, the angels, and the elect watching destruction of this place. All right. So, you know, if you take the MOTB, the mark, you're going to be thrown in the lake of fire. You're going to be destroyed, man. Mosai is going to watch you. You know, this is called a public execution as well. Public execution. All right, so let's move on. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Beautiful. You know what? How is the earth going to reel to and fro like a drunkard, man? Through this. This is going to make the earth move out of orbit a little, man. Going to make the world shake. And you're going to know when these missiles have been shot off, man. You're going to feel it. You know, to back this precept up, you'd have to get Revelation 6. Revelation 6 and let's see, 15 here. Let me see here. Here we go. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind, going into nuclear destruction. Hey, you know, and there's going to be earthquakes. You know, the sun is going to be blotted out. Going into that nuclear fallout, man. Going into the mushroom clouds. And there will be earthquakes, man. Boom. Shattering, you know. Anyways, it says, those stars are going into nuclear weapons, you know, the ICBMs and stuff. It says, verse 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Like I said, mushroom clouds. So that's how a mushroom cloud looks. You know, that after that big explosion, mushroom cloud goes up into the sky and then unfolds out into the air. That's why it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll, man. And when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. That's right. It's going to change the terrain and the geography of the maps of the whole planet Earth. You know, after this destruction, you're going to have to rewrite the maps, man. Excuse me. Okay, someone just called me. Salakia. All right, so let's just finish up. Give me 1 second. I have to handle this, actually. All right, Salakia. All right, so I'm back. Okay, so just had to take that call real quick. It was a brother. So, anyways, it said, go back here. Yeah, so islands were moved out of their places. That's right. So, Yeah, pretty much them islands are going to be destroyed and washed away, and you're going to have to rewrite the maps and stuff. It's going to change the geography of the earth. Verse 15, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and rich men, and chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountain. That's right, going into their bunkers. All the top men on the earth, rich, chief captains, high status mills, very strong and powerful men. Verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? That's right, and they're scared of Yahushua, because he's the Lamb. And they're scared of Yahushua and the angels, man. Yahushua is going to hunt them out of the dens and the rocks, and he's going to put them into slavery. Right, so hey, this destruction is coming. It's going to be very serious, and no one can stop it. Let me get this one. This is Malachi chapter 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord Yahweh of armies, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Yeah, and that's the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord shall burn as an oven. Yeah, and that's not talking about the convectional oven that you have in your house. Talking about a biblical oven, a thermonuclear oven. And all the proud, man. Who is the proud? Starting with Esau, Edom. You Edomites are proud. And you nations on down. And then the wicked of our nation. You're proud too. And some of you are very wicked. 2/3 especially. And you're going to be burnt up. You all are going to be burnt up. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. He shall go forth and grow up as cows of the stall. And that comes with a great deliverance, And also when we get beamed up into them ships, we're gonna be changed too. Right? We're gonna be changed. Anyways, verse 3, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet, in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of armies. Remember ye the law of Moses my servants, which I commanded unto him in Horeb, for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments. Behold, I'll send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh. And that's true. Elijah already came. If you can't see it, or if you can't see it, but if you can see it, it would be Abba Bebens, All right. So it says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their father, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. That's right. He is. Part of that curse is the chariots invading this place. That's found, I believe, in Zechariah the 5th chapter too. But yeah, now that's why we got this truth. It came out in the late 60s, early 70s. That's when you started to see the Israelites out on the street. And then it just took on from there. So anyways, man, I hope this was edifying. Till next time. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect. Kwame Shalom, Abba Baba.